was gonna say, there's like no good way to start this session, is there?
There's not. No, there's not.
It's gonna be great.
Jeez, I'm so excited.
We start and
I'm so
someone's just
excited,
already
guys.
crying.
Hang on, I need a moment. I guess there's water in my eyes.
Hi everybody, we are Naked Roll Rats. We're gonna D&D. Thanks for joining in on our homebrew campaign of Seeking the Cardinals. I am Tam, your guys' DM. I go by Sheer.
Hi, I am Tony. I play Artem Petrova, the Shadow Monk, and we both go by he, him.
And I am Brad. I play the Vengeance Paladin, Ball Tartaru. We both go by he, him.
Ethan, I play Isaac Crow, the Transmutation Wizard, and both of us are he, him.
Hi, I'm Finch. I go by she, they. I play Ruby Robertaz, the Fathomless Tabaxi Warlock, and Ruby goes by he, they. I didn't know where I was in the order. Sorry.
It has changed a little bit. That's not foreshadowing at all of what happened last week.
I was a little confused why Brad was going where he was going. I'm not gonna lie.
He just pulled a curveball. I want to go.
That's what I thought it was.
This is why I'm just glad I go first, because I'm like, y'all can figure it out. Oh, man. Okay, sweet. To recap last week, you all were going on a variety of errands, I guess is the best way to say that, while Isaac and Ball went off to meet with Leah and potentially some merchandise at the Temple of the Unending Serpent. You went, saw that there was a slave there, and discovered that, hey, maybe not participating in the best of activities, decided to have a reaction about that and started a fight, to which a mammoth was blown up in the building, and meaning literally just Isaac poofed into a mammoth because of polymorph. You guys hit some things very hard, and were successfully able to dismantle the... Okay, I'm going to say this right now. I have been reading and talking so much this week. I really, really hope that this all goes well. Usually if I can get past recap, the rest of this is fine. And the slave driver that you guys had been able to dispatch of, his blood had been soaked into the fountain and like basically just like vampirically sapped into this fountain of this serpent. And about at that time, Artem showed up and was like, hey guys, saw this kid running away that you guys scared the absolute just pants off of and everything. And you all had a bit of a conversation, decided to drag the survivors of Leah and this kid into an alley, had some interrogation there. Leah let it be known that she had been in communication with Isaac and was very confused as to why on earth Isaac was asking all of this of her and treating her this way and everything, to come to realize like, oh, maybe this isn't who she thought you all were. To which she decided to be a little bit of a jerk about it. But before you guys, specifically Ball, absolutely smashed her head in with his hammer, you learned that Leah had been helping to gather slaves and sending them off for Isaac to gather for Scrollmaster Alabaster. And as that conversation happened, you guys found out that there were slaves that were leaving, or there were slaves at least due to leave within the week. And yeah, you guys left the kid. Did you guys leave the kid there? Did you leave the kid alive, or did you? No, we firebolted the kid. That's right. I was like, something happened with that child, and I said child. He was like 18. It's fine.
The legal age of death.
The legal age of death. It's okay. And the three of you started heading back to the Hollow Coin, the inn that you had previously slipped away from. Isaac decided to take a second to take a beat by himself, to potentially do something. As the camera panned over to Ruby and Arista over at the bar, just having a lovely time as the bar was singing. There was a incident that caused Arista to show some of her magic, and while the bard in the bar, man, I'm woof. While the bard that was singing asked for compliments of her and her god, Arista proclaimed that she worshipped the god Herona, to which the entire bar grew silent and had very much so an issue with that. It was the phrase of the king's pet was said, and while Ruby and Arista fought valiantly, specifically to just try to get out of there, Arista fell from the rafters, and as Ruby dragged Arista out of the bar, it just wasn't enough, and Ruby was able to duck out as Ruby's tentacle of Herona wrapped itself around Arista's dead body at the end of that encounter. Before we dive into that trauma, can I have everyone roll some luck for me, please?
Sure. I guess the game thinks I deserve it after last
I
time.
think that rolled properly.
What happened to your first roll, Ethan?
I don't know. It just says 1. I don't think that's. I think it's I had the little.
Well, it has like a slash on it, so
Yeah, I think that's why I got all borked. But yeah, because it doesn't even have like a function for it. It just says 1.
right, it just says 1. Sweet. Can I have Isaac and Ball both roll a d20 for me?
The scariest rolls are the ones you don't know why you're rolling.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Okay. Ball, we're going to start with you. As you and Artem are walking back to the hollow coin, as the two of you are walking back towards the hollow coin, there is a figure running in the darkness just at you. Looks very frantic, looks that seems to be looking over its shoulder a couple times. What would you like to do?
Am I able to see who it is?
At this distance, probably not, especially like you have dark vision, but it's like to 60 feet. It's probably
I got 120.
okay. It's still about a block and a half away as far as where that distance is. But very much so like sprinting down the road at you.
I just look at Ball and go, you think I need to see what that's about?
Probably wouldn't hurt.
Okay. And then I'm just going to start using my little shadow step and monk movement to kind of see who's running in the dark in that kind of hurry.
Yeah. As you literally just like bamf down the street, you see very quickly that it is Ruby. And Ruby does not look good. Ruby looks like could definitely use a heal. There's obvious tears. Not okay.
Talk, damn it.
Yeah, I'm going to just keep moving and bamfing and be like, I'm just going to whistle and see if I can get Ruby's attention.
Okay. Ruby, you hear a whistle at you, and knowing that you and Artem have traveled enough together, you probably pick up that this is Artem.
I think he'll look around in a like teary-eyed frenzy, just like desperately trying to spot Artem.
I appreciate it.
Just looking around, like tears still filling his eyes, very much barely see in front of him.
I hate for this for you because I'm just going to like literally just bamf in front of you, like shadow, just Artem in your face.
When you do that, Ruby's not even really going to react, just a bit shocked, and then will immediately collapse to his knees and just kind of grab onto like the hem of your trousers and just go, I'm sorry.
What's wrong? Why are you so beat up?
I'm sorry. I couldn't save her. I'm sorry.
Wait, hold on. Slow down for me real quick. You couldn't save who?
You're trying to make sure you're not in the camera.
Arista.
Wait, where's Arista at?
The bar. The bar. Arista.
Do we need to go get her?
Dead. Stabbed her dead. Couldn't stop her. I'm sorry.
Hold on, calm. Breathe for me. Breathe real quick, and I just kind of start waving at Ball to try to get Ball's attention.
Okay. Ball, as you approach, you definitely see that Artem is like waving you over.
Hey, we got a major problem, buddy.
What's happened?
I point at Ruby, looking real bloody, and something happened at the bar, and they killed Arista.
It's my fault. It's my fault. She said Verona. Don't say the name. Don't say it out loud here.
I still don't understand. You say Verona, and they attacked you guys?
I don't understand. I said it in front of the king, and he said he didn't respond. But then the people said she is the king's pet, and started attacking Arista. And I tried to stop them. I tried to get her out of there. I wasn't strong enough. It was my fault. I'm the one who told her about her honor.
Hold on, it's gonna be okay. Hey, you got anything? Can you heal him up a little bit?
Yeah, I was leaning down and use all of my lay on hands, which is
Okay.
30.
All right, give me a second.
Is that-
That's my thing.
How many do you have total right now?
30.
You used it last game.
Did I?
Correct.
I said I had 30.
You have not rested. You cleared poison. You healed yourself a couple times.
Oh, in that case, I'll just use Cure Wounds.
Okay.
All right. How much am I getting back?
Let's find out. I guess.
I meant lay on cure wounds.
Yeah, that's what I said. Guess I didn't mark
Ooh,
it.
11. Nice. All right. Now I'm on 19.
Okay.
Thank you. You see, Ruby is trying to keep it together to give you some semblance of what happened, but it's very quickly fading as he's just kind of going into a panic attack.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. You're gonna have to let this one out. Maybe we take you back to the ship so you can let this kind of go, because this one's not gonna be easy.
He's gonna kind of like look downward and visibly, like, forcefully make him swallow something. Make himself swallow something, whether that be metaphorical or literally like trying to swallow the guilt. Kind of in a very like hasty, guilty breath, just like, okay, I'll go to the ship. Please, don't let it happen again. Be careful. I can't lose another person. Please.
Well, hold on. We're gonna walk you to the ship. I'm not just gonna let you just walk out in the night in this kind of state.
Okay.
Okay. How about this? I hate to do this to you, Bolt. I'm gonna take Ruby back to the ship. If you can find Isaac and see where Isaac went, and let him know that we're gonna meet back at the ship for now.
I'll do what I can.
Okay. Be careful. I'll keep an eye out. Light something on fire. I'll come.
Do we know which way Isaac went?
You guys went one way, Isaac went the other. That's all that you knew.
So, no.
I was just gonna arrive like, what the fuck happened?
Well, I will say this. Either way, we were planning on sleeping at the tavern. So, either way, he'll be heading back to the tavern eventually. So you can wait for him there.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take Ruby off then.
Sorry.
Hey, I don't know what happened, but we'll figure it out.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna help Ruby get to the ship.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna wait on that. Ball, do you want to roll an investigation check for me and to see how quickly you find Isaac?
Sure.
You got this. You're the brains of the operation.
Huh,
Hey, what the
hell?
Okay. Cool.
They told you.
Yeah. Isaac. After watching Leah's head just become paint smear against a brick wall, your companions went left, you went right. What are you doing?
I was going to head back to the chapel.
Okay. It is as messed up as it was when you left. It does not seem like anyone has been here yet, so.
Alright, I'm going to go up to Kniff.
Yes.
And I'm going to try and cast Speak with Dead.
Okay. Beautiful. This body sucked dry of all of its blood still lays just on the floor next to this pillar. And in a way, like, as it moves, like, you see just, like, the skin tear like paper, but there's nothing to spill from these rips that develop as this body just, like, kind of rises a bit, and you just see that, like, even the cheeks, they tear as in the same manner as the figure of Kniff stares before you. What do you ask?
I'll kind of just do a quick double check. Make sure no one's around me.
Okay. Roll a quick perception check for me.
Perception. 16.
Okay. It is the middle of the night at a temple that the water is still just moving and unending as it fills, as it almost seems to just fall into the floor and just continues on as it always has. But as far as people goes, seems like you are by yourself here.
Okay. I'll ask my first question. What is the purpose of collecting slaves for Alabaster?
It's skull of Kniff breathes, just. He has an army.
I'll follow up then. What does he plan to do with the army?
Turn to stone.
Why did Alabaster use my name for his business here?
He is you.
Oh, fuck that. Oh, could you wait? Did you say he is me?
He is you, is what he says.
Oh, what does that mean? He is me.
The hand like reaches up, and again, like it's almost like the further that he tries to move, like the skin just starts to flake off, like old like papyrus scrolls, like just shattering, like in your hand if you touch them, and everything. He reaches up, and that breaking smile across his face, he just taps at your spell book.
Oh, I'll definitely shaken up by that. Where is Alabaster now?
The face just continues to smile and goes, "Wouldn't you like to know?" And it just falls backwards as that last question.
Just kind of sit in the silence for a little bit. Um, and then just kind of after probably about like 5 minutes or so, Isaac will kind of slowly make his way back to the tavern.
Okay. Probably about at that time, as you stand to leave and see just this like ashened body of Kniff, you turn around and Ball is standing in the doorway. And Ball, you just see Isaac stand. You have, because he sat in silence, you missed the encounter that just occurred, but you do see Isaac back at the temple.
Isaac, something has happened. I think it's best that you come with me back to the ship.
The hell, were you following me?
Just trying to find you.
What's going on?
I don't know much, but Ruby's in pretty bad shape, and he seems to think that Arista is dead.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, yeah, let's go back to the ship.
Yeah, I'll just turn and start heading towards the ship.
Okay. Dark night and are able to return to the Catfish, where you are able to meet up with Ruby and Artem. And the crew seem to have done their job. The boat is facing away from the island. It is like they dropped you off and then went backed in, so that way, like a proper escape, you could just get out of here potentially if needed. But yeah, the crew seem to be having a lovely night. They are talking amongst themselves, having a good old time. But the four of you, probably less so, as you all. Where do you all want to converse?
I just figure we're still like up top deck. Probably got like Ruby sitting on like a barrel with like a blanket kind of over, just trying to calm them down. If got like a water skin in their hand.
Yeah, if anyone, Damon's been the one that's been like, hey, I don't need to know, just and has brought stuff to take care of you guys.
And I figure at this point, you've given me at least a little bit of the rundown.
You would have tried, definitely. I think at this point, you probably would have managed to get out that Arista used Herona's name for where she got her powers from, not wanting to reveal she's a bard. And the bard got really tense after that, and he made a stupid comment about how he is Herona's chosen. And that kickstarted the fight. And it was unlike anything he'd ever seen. Every single person there had weapons or was magically gifted in some way. And he suspects most, if not all, the people on this island probably have a pact with the Pirate King. And through like 50s I'm sorry's and it was my fault. Like it just spread in there.
Yeah. Okay. And you're able to gather that Artem and be able to try to process and whatever danger that may mean for you guys now being here. Who knows? Not long after you and Ruby have finished up that conversation is when Ball and Isaac arrive.
Just kind of wave at y'all.
Ruby is refusing to look at Isaac.
So as we get closer, I'll just ask Artem, have you been able to get any more details?
Yeah, I mean, they're still real shaken up, but I mean, from what I'm gathering is that she used some of her abilities, but didn't want to be seen as a bard, so said she was a cleric of some sort. They asked what god. She's not real common with the gods up here, and went with the first god she knows, which was Herona. Some off-color comments were made, a fight broke out, and all the pirates pulled out weapons and started blasting.
There is magic too. The same kind I use.
There was a mixture of fire bolts as well as a couple of Eldritch blasts.
Yeah, we gotta definitely understand that anybody on this island's gonna have some form of way of defending themselves.
So stupid.
Well, what's the game plan from here? Because I'm gonna be honest, I'm not in the right headspace for making any plans.
I wish I know. Even if we wanted to fight, it's an entire island against just us.
Yeah. I mean, from what it seems like, a lot of people don't care about individual things happening here, but it might just be petty to just go there and seeking revenge. But I'm not gonna lie, it sounds real good right about now. But it also sounds real stupid, so.
Part of me wants to drive a knife through the bastard that stabbed her wrist. And the other half of me just wants to cry because I couldn't stop it. And I know I'll just get in danger again if I do it. I don't understand. How was I ever supposed to win this? Why would she send me here? Why would she make me try and free her knowing this is what was waiting me? Was she just sending me to my deathbed? And now an innocent person got killed because of it.
I mean, I hate to tell you, but I can't answer those questions. I've never had a conversation with her. I've never heard what she's told you. I don't think she'd save you just to kill you. That doesn't really make a whole lot of sense.
I want to go to bed.
Well, get yourself some rest. We can talk about this later.
Okay. Thank you. I'm sorry. And Ruby will hop off the barrel and kind of just dejectedly walk himself to his room.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna look at the other two. Me. Both of y'all look like y'all been in a pretty rough battle yourself. So I don't know what y'all wanna, if y'all got any plans or any ideas of what we should do. I'd like to hear them.
For the moment, I think it's probably best if we all get some rest first.
Can you talk louder, Brad? I can barely hear you. Sorry.
Everybody's been saying that. Is it any better now?
Yes.
Alright, hopefully I got this stupid thing fixed.
Well, it's definitely louder, so I can definitely
Yeah.
hear you.
Alright. Like I said, I think it's best if we all get some rest before we decide what to do.
Is it even wise that we stay here?
I mean, there's still information to be gathered here. We can't just abandon this place. I think this is where we're going to find out more about the Black Talons, but also they don't know. When we went in there, we kind of all were separated. We didn't kind of stick together. But I do want to know more about whoever it was that did kill her.
Where's her body at?
As far, I mean, I don't know where they'd take a body if she died in a tavern. I don't mind going back and looking for her.
I don't even know if that's an idea.
I don't think it's a good idea, but I don't think just letting them have her way with the body, I don't think that's a good idea either. And I could do it at least semi stealthily. I don't got to do anything super crazy.
I
Just
think
try to.
splitting up is the last thing we should do.
Well, I'm scared that if we don't go and look at it now, who knows what they're gonna do with that body. By morning time, they're not just gonna let it sit there. And honestly, at the moment, right now, if I get in any kind of danger, I'm pretty good about being able to get away, but I think I should be pretty good.
Alright. Here, and I'll cast invisibility on you. You've got an hour.
I'm gone.
There's no verbal response to you, Isaac. just full on. Just you've somehow found a way to make Artem even more terrifying at night.
Congratulations, you created a monster.
Yeah, I need. What was it? The Cloak of the Bat or something like that?
Yeah.
That is great.
So yeah, I'm gonna start using I'm just gonna start using my 40 feet of movement and my Shadow Monk ability and just start beelining back towards the end. But I just want to kind of stay outside, try to get like visual, and probably I would guess like if I can get both doors, maybe the back door, just to kind of see if I can find. Like I'm just trying to keep an eye out and try to see what they're gonna do with her body.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Just calculating some.
And also, if I see that bard walk out by himself, let me know.
Okay, for sure.
Because I'm stupid.
Let's give you guys context.
Hey.
Wow, this is really cool looking.
Thanks. Let's see. Well, where did your guys'... oh, there it is. I was like, you guys have a token for y'all. Your boat is over on this dock. So as you go to Banff over to the Hollow Coin down here, which way do you want to go, Artem? Do you want to go through the maw? Do you want to go kind of just cutting through town? And you would know, especially following them over to the Chapel of the Unending Serpent, like there is a way for you to go, that way.
Yeah, I mean, I might just do kind of what I did last time and kind of just start roof hopping.
Okay.
And just go into the chapel. My main thing is I'm thinking about trying to possibly get on this roof up here.
These buildings are a lot closer, but just for context of like, hey, there's buildings here.
Yeah.
And everything. So down this way and then down that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
The roof hopping. Okay, perfect. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Okay.
Okay. You take your time perched on the roof for a minute, and the Hollow Coin seems as busy as ever. It seems like there are people going in and out of it as if nothing had happened.
Upstairs, I guess.
People that are drunks are stumbling out. People who would like to get drunk are stumbling in, or more drunk, I should say, are stumbling in, and from the rooftop, doesn't seem there's not a particular person that stands out to you.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just keep an eye on it.
Okay. Are you wanting to stay invisible on the rooftop for the hour, or how long do you want to keep an eye?
You know what? I'll jump down real quick and just kind of start looking around and looking through the window, trying to see if I can see anything.
Okay. As you jump down and kind of look in, again, everyone seems to be just kind of on their merry way and having a good time. The bard that was singing previously seems to have gotten a little bit more in his cups and is still performing, but is kind of just lounging on the side over by one of the booths not too far away from where you guys had talked, or where Headball had talked with the tiefling. And just keeping an eye out. Seems like nothing too crazy is going on within the bar. You kind of keep an eye out for potentially Arista. You do see, peeking in the windows, there is what looks like a very shoddy wipe down of the floor, and it looks like there is a smear of blood going towards the door where you're at.
So you said it looks like it's smeared towards the door?
Yeah, so it looks like that whatever was there smeared towards the door and potentially out. And as you look and are like, hey, just especially because of how many people are in here, it's kind of hard to see that. You see that there is definitely a drag mark at your feet and seems to be heading north.
Okay, then I'm gonna just start sniffing, get that scent of her blood, and I'm just gonna start following.
Okay. That continues down the road here. And that takes you over towards the tower that you guys had passed by earlier. The one with all of the anchors and the hooks and everything from the top of the building. And there's the sound of a fresh puddle as you look up, and Arista hangs on one of the hooks.
Okay, I'm just going to, I guess, start climbing this, climbing up there until I can get to her body.
Okay. She's probably about probably 10 feet away from the building itself. She very much so was pulled up there by a rope.
Yeah, that's fine. So I have the boots of swimming and climbing, so I have a climb speed. So I'm gonna climb up, and then as soon as I get to where I think I can reach her, I'm just going to jump out and try to grab her body, and then if I can get it, I'm going to shadow step down with it.
Okay. I don't even know why I'm going to ask for an acrobatics check, but it's what my job is as the DM, so please do an acrobatics check.
Hey, I'm not one of those people that always rolls super high. So
yeah, but this campaign is just this campaign, so
so a 13.
Yeah. It is not a hard DC, especially because you're going to be shadow stepping. Basically the goal was just to get to touch her. If you can touch the body, you're able to bamf with it. You can almost feel resistance like give, like the body as you like hold on to it and almost start to drop. You can feel this body give with the shadow step, as you are now on the ground with Arista, and has a very just open wound on her upper shoulder. Like they seem to literally have just hooked through her chest and such.
Okay. So I'm gonna just take her body and just like not fireman carry, I guess, but like literally like put her over my shoulder, and then I'm going to bite my hand and have the smoke come out, and I'm going to give myself my shadow bubble.
Okay.
And I'm going to use that as I jump to a roof, and I'm just going to use that to kind of cover for me.
Okay.
Give me some form of and I can move it moves like 60 feet every turn, so I can just kind of keep putting it in front of me and then jumping to it.
Okay. Just because I need to know how to narrate this. Is Shadow Step an action? It's not, right?
It's a bonus action.
It's a bonus action. So that would drop invisibility for you to be doing that at this point. Would that be correct? Or am I crazy?
I guess so. I mean, I'm not.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not using a spell, and I'm
okay.
not.
That's what I thought, but I was just like, I just wanted to make sure, because the main reason why I ask is because if this ball is being summoned over rooftop to rooftop, and if you're like jumping into it, it just looks like a dead body of Arista is just flying around. So I needed visually to know what I was going to be narrating. But yeah, you're able to, and
Okay,
especially
cool. I'll Superman pose her so it looks like she's flying.
Yeah, for sure. Just on your back, and
Yeah,
there's
just terrifying.
That's man, just the ghost of Verona is haunting the rat's nest tonight.
Yeah.
As you are able to very deftly get back to the catfish with Arista's body, Ball and Isaac, probably after about an hour or two, is when you see that Artem is able to come back with Arista's body.
You just see the shadow ball like on the deck, and then you just see him walking out like I guess was it Princess carrying or whatever, just like carrying her in his arms, and just like walks out of the bubble.
As soon as Isaac sees the body, he's just gonna fuck and kind of turn his head a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, they put her body on the Hookbone Tower. That was something. Literally hooked her body and put it up, hanging from a tower.
I'm gonna look to the other two, and I think we're all probably thinking the same thing.
Ruby's gone to bed at this point, so he hasn't heard this, thank God.
Damon's probably there at this point.
Yeah, I'll say this: you do see Artem holding her, and like I guess like kind of like how Ball had saw before, like the whites in his eyes are almost gone. They're like completely like red.
Okay, we're not sitting around here anymore. And Isaac's gonna start walking off, assuming that the other two are coming with.
The boys are back again.
When you say walking off, like walking off the boat or walking to your room, like
to the tavern.
Okay.
Yeah.
You start walking down the ramp. Ball and Artem, what do the two of you do? Damon whistles to some crew, and they come and gather Arista. And
Just for now, put her in her cabin. We'll be back in a little bit.
Okay. Are we marching?
Just real quick, I think Ball's on press to talk, so I just want to see what's Ball doing in this situation.
Yeah.
Let's go! TPK, but or bust!
Hold on, by now it's been 2 hours. Ruby's got a short rest. Let's go get Ruby.
You would have a short rest.
It is completely up to you if you guys want to go get Ruby.
I'm gonna be honest. I kind of want to. I'm like, I know Ruby's shaking, but like,
You could go ask, like, if anything, be like, hey, I know you got literally a catnap, so do you want to come punch people with us?
yeah, I'm just gonna look and be like, it might be a bad call, but if they are as strong as Ruby said, it might be good to have all hands on deck. And if I was Ruby, I probably want to take a head or two.
Okay, yeah, using 3 clearly isn't enough because they're all like shit. Jesus.
Use them all. But I do look at the other two.
It's a 41 out of 46. Oh my god.
It might provide some sort of catharsis. I mean,
Listen,
That's
we don't have to kill all of them, but if Ruby can point at the ones that did it, I think that might be a good call. So I'm gonna go.
am going to incinerate that place.
Okay, I'm cool with that. I go downstairs to get Ruby. I knock on. I don't even actually. You know what? I don't even knock on the door. I open the door. Hey,
What?
I got Arista's body back, but we're pretty pissed at what happened, and we're gonna go burn the place down.
What's happened? Where's the body?
Just say you want to come with us, because if I tell you, you might. You know what? How bad do you want? I mean, you already probably want to kill him, right?
There's a burning desire in my soul to burn this whole place to the ground.
Okay, so they put a hook in her and pulled her up on a tower and had her hanging, her dead body hanging from a tower.
Anyone that gets in our way deserves what happens to them. Let's go.
Okay, that's what I like to hear. And then I'm just start
Ruby,
at
honestly, compared to earlier, seems a lot more almost calm. Like, there's this calm, like, collected anger at this moment.
Hey, there's different stages of grief. I think anger is one of them.
It's one of them,
I
for sure.
think Ager's first, if I remember right.
So I think we're actually on track properly right now.
Here, let me pull up.
This is healing.
Yeah, hang on. We're gonna track the 5 stages of grief for the rest of this session, shall we?
Wait till we get to the now, dude.
By the end of
Honestly, we'll probably go through them all.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I really do think so.
Yeah, no, you all went through denial. I think that's fair. Now we're in anger. Yeah, cool, great, perfect. Let's keep going, everybody.
Okay, as long as we stay on track, we gotta stay on script. Gotta get through.
Okay, so next I think is bargaining, then it's depression, then acceptance.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, I think we're on track then. Those all sound
Yeah.
like what's coming next.
It never really says how long you have to be in each phase. It just says that you have to hit them at some point.
Speed run.
We're speed running.
Oh, no. This should be a serious session, guys.
Dude, I mean, emotionally, I do feel it, but you gotta laugh at something like this.
I am
No,
trying to make
no.
this as lighthearted as possible, because if I don't, we're all gonna just feel terrible.
Turn up on tragedy. Let's go.
I mean, you guys have
Yeah.
been speedrunning this whole campaign. What is so different about this?
Now we're doing emotional speed runs.
Ruby, we need your character development now.
So you can speedrun RP.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so start heading back to. So when we get there, we'll stay back, but I need you to point out the ones that definitely was the ones that killed her.
I can do that. I remember the face of the man who did it.
Well, we'll try to remove that face. As I start thinking back at the lady in the alleyway.
As if there's enough left of them to have a face at all.
Yep. Let's go do some real bad decisions.
And just for your own ease of remembering, I'll say that it was the half orc that had previously held you or tried to hold you down, is the one that did the final blow while she was
perfect. You know, those guys can go back off the death ones. I mean, that'd be perfect. Leave them exactly 1 HP.
You get 2 punches.
While I was gone, does that mean both the other ones could have got a short rest too? I don't know if they need it or not.
If they wanted to, they probably could have.
I don't really need it. I don't really get anything back from short, so.
I mean, you were a mammoth when you got punched, so it's not like you're.
Don't you have like
terribly
13
worse.
recovery or something?
Yeah, but I don't think I even used that yet.
Because yeah,
Oh, because you were pretty much just a mammoth the whole time?
yeah, and his
Yeah,
and his,
basically.
Dude, that's
Yeah,
so cool.
and his mammoth doesn't come from his spells, so it comes from that spell book. So
It comes from within.
Plus, I don't think Isaac would have been probably in a state to like even stop to
yeah,
rest.
Think-
Mm-hmm.
okay, let's get y'all in here. Okay, so how we doing this, friends? You guys approach at the towards the hollow coin. Again, very similar to what, even though it is well into the night at this point, and probably within the next like 2-3 hours, you guys may start to see people move to start like getting ready to head to ships and that sort of thing, but like it's probably like 1-2 in the morning right now, and there's still a revolving door of patrons in the hollow coin.
When that door opens, I'll try and get in a area where I can kind of see straight into the bar.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna let loose a fireball, like try and go straight through the door and blast right in the center of the bar.
So wait. Here we go. We'll move all of y'all here.
Oh,
How far can you cast that?
150 feet.
150 feet? Okay, nice. Right here? How big is a fireball?
20-foot radius.
Eh,
Oh.
yeah. Okay. Hang on. I don't like that math. Meaning, I feel like if these are 8-foot rounds, then that should be bigger.
That's it.
I was gonna say it's a massive table.
Yeah,
And these people are
It's a-
huge.
yeah.
It's all
No wonder.
it's all a Ball's family.
There we go. Let me change it. There we go.
I mean, I think it's a crime to kill this many like identical twins.
The last thing I literally thought about it, I was like, I should make the, like, they're actually like this bar full of NPCs, and then I was just like, I don't have the time. Man, no, come on, man.
They all have individual like backstory. It's like, oh yeah, this is Jim. He has 3 kids. He's on a second wife. Like over there, he like volunteers to read and like to like children with cancer, like stuff like that.
Well, too bad.
He reads at the pirate orphanage on Wednesdays.
Well, find someone else.
Not the pirate orphanage.
There we go. Okay, beautiful. Like a 40, 50 foot room, just full of people. There we go. Okay. Now lay it down, Isaac.
Alright. Oh yeah.
Jesus
That feels about right.
I didn't ask how big the room was.
This one guy up here is just like.
Just imagine how scary it
It's
would
20
be. You just see Isaac just kind of slide in front of a window, and then just boom.
You just see a light through the window, and then it gets brighter and closer, and then just nothing.
Is it 20-foot radius?
Yep.
Yeah, crazy, amazing,
Eyeballs down.
cool.
There's the reason why we all love Fireball.
Yeah,
I didn't ask how
Hey.
big the room was.
yeah. I cast Fireball. Yeah, no, I've never. Hey guys, guess what? Playing with a wizard for the first time. How cool is this spell?
Guys, this spell's kind of awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, cool.
It's all fun until it gets reversed.
Oh,
Right.
100%.
Fireball, I love this spell. And then when you get Fireball cast on you, dude, this is bullshit. They really didn't balance this spell at all.
That's how I feel about every dragon fire breath.
Yeah.
It's like, how many D10s?
Cut it out. I'm already dead.
Oh. Okay, beautiful. Roll. Roll damage, because I know that so many of these people are not making their saves. That's a dex save, is that correct?
Yes. DC is 15.
And they have disadvantage
Okay.
because they're poisoned.
Literally, some of them are, so, yep.
I will also point out with Fireball, it does specify that flammable objects in the area that aren't being worn or carried start burning.
Yep.
So,
Yep. No, I said this last game. Like, there is alcohol bleeding into these tables. It is going to be a hot pot in here soon. So, okay. Wolf. Okay, great. Okay, one more batch. Okay, every other roll was not even worth mentioning. A 13.
fails, yeah.
Okay, cool. Everyone in this bar fails. Even the non ones at disadvantage. I did not roll above a 10 for any of them, so it's fine. Beautiful. And 28 points of damage. Okay, cool. This inferno just pretty much breaks out the windows of the hollow coin as this room is just ignited. Multiple patrons come running either towards the door or just start scrambling all over each other. You can hear and like hear the commotion of people trying to be like, hold still, and like you guys can see you guys can see that there are people trying to cast healing spells, people trying to like start to put out the fires that have caught on the wood and in the rafters and in everything here.
I do a second one.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, hearing the fucking scrambling and stuff going on.
Yeah. I will say you totally got off on a surprise round on the first one. Are you wanting to like still open the door, or are you wanting to cast this through the window?
Yeah, through the window. I'll try and still kind of like aim in the center, but if it has to be kind of like
Yeah.
Well, actually, is there like a lot of like kegs and stuff behind the bar, or like a spot they're storing the alcohol?
Probably more in like a back room, sort of thing.
Okay.
There are like a keg or two here, which you guys did see earlier, but like it's not. When you have a bunch of people that would love to just reach across the bar and steal your merchandise, they keep a lot more of it in the back.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you want another round in there,
Oh, yeah.
Are you trying to be stealthy about this or no?
Probably not.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, good.
Yeah, he's already causing a scene, so.
Okay, we're gonna roll. Okay.
Oh, same dice.
While this is going on, just for the sake of it, Artem is just going to put up the magical darkness right in front of the doorway. So as they run out they're going to run into the magical darkness, and I assume me and Ball are standing by the doorway waiting.
For like anything, yeah, and yeah.
Not even a second like to disagree, just immediately.
Ruby's on like a rooftop somewhere, just trying to keep an eye out for the orc if he tries to run or shows his face.
Yeah.
Oh,
As Ooh, okay. We're just gonna make this simple and go by table. Can't. We're just gonna, yeah. Poof. Poof. Let's see. There you go. Yeah. There is screams as probably half, like well over half of the people here, mostly those that either potentially were not feeling great to begin with, or maybe those who were not of the highest constitution were made their way out. As a couple of them start running towards where they know the door to be, but they are just met with this black, and you hear the commotion inside of what are you doing? Go! No, where'd the door go? I can't. And just like Ball and Artem, you two see just like a figure shove someone else through and like just full on collapse in front of you guys as he like is trying to like scramble out of this darkness, whimpering, just burns from head to toe. Have at 'em, boys.
Alright, so I want the one that falls down in front of, I just kind of want to kick him out of the way towards Artem, and the next one that's coming out of the door, I want to hit him with my warhammer and push him back into the rest of them, back into the bar.
Oh, okay, nice.
Get back in there.
Please
Hold the line, holy shit.
Yeah, please roll some stuff. You have advantage. I don't even have to explain why you have advantage. You just have advantage here.
8 different sources give you advantage here.
Alright, so it's a 24 to hit then.
Of course. For sure.
Tim's like, actually his AC's 25.
You guys got really strong in the last half an hour for no apparent reason. Okay, awesome. Let's see. That was this friend. Okay, so this one you kick towards Artem, and then the second one. If you're wanting to like push him back, the dead body falls back into the bar. To which Artem for sure that hits. And
I got more if it doesn't kill him.
Let's see, where were they at? Nah, you're good for these two. And he is just dead in the shadow in front of you. Ball, as you push this other dead body back into the dome, you hear, wait, no one go in there. That's a death dome, that is. And you see Ruby that a couple of people are trying to like climb out the broken windows, and one of them collapses on the other side and tries to stand up to start moving. And
how far away would you say they are from me right now?
Probably, if you're on the roof, like 20, 30 feet, if that, depending on where you are.
All right. 1 second. Where are you? I'm gonna fire 2 of these babies at them. That's nice. Never mind. Guess I won't do shit. Oh my god.
Hey.
Yeah.
These guys are in a bar. You should probably use some luck on that, at least on the 9.
I'll spend 3 on the 9.
Okay, for sure the 9 hits. Then.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh my god.
Are you fucking kidding me?
It's okay, Ruby. You've had an emotional past 24 hours. And actually, as you go to fire, there is something about the power that you usually feel within you that just, it feels weak.
No.
It feels almost scared. And so it seems to be almost holding back from you for a second.
You can't betray me like this.
Okay. That pirate can, after getting hit with the Eldritch Blast, still is holding on and starts to scream as starts to running down the alleyway, or just like the main walkway.
Yeah, I don't let him. I go. I keep the darkness right there in the doorway, and I'll just like shoot after him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll again. You have advantage here, especially with your bamfing.
I just like pop up like right in front of him and be like, "Ah, bad day, buddy."
Okay, yeah, for sure. Okay. With that last hit, he just full on like scorpions like into the ground.
Actually, real quick, just because I want to, I'm gonna roll that d6 to see what kind of damage. Because at this point, I just want to see what.
Yeah, for sure. What the flavor is.
Yeah. Thunder, nice. Okay. So yeah, so as soon as I pop up in front of him, I'm just gonna like thunderclap like his head.
Yeah, it's basically, and Ruby, you get like a bird's eye view of this.
Nice.
And probably feel a little bit satisfied, as you see another one trying to crawl out of a window. As there are some people continuing to burn and just panic within this bar, you let's see. guessing a 4 does not hit, and a 3 does not. Wow, nice, beautiful. Ball, you can see that something arcane is being shot through the Death Dome. It seems like something hits the door frame, ricochets past you, but it does seem like there are a spellcaster or two that seem to be shooting something in your guys' general direction. Ruby, there's another one coming through the window.
Do I try it?
I mean, you... do you?
I don't know, at this point, we might as well sit down, but he'll kind of look to, like... Well, not look, but he'll, like, kind of, like, try and, like, have one of his eyes look towards the other, the one with the symbol.
Okay.
I'll just say, Renona, please. Please show me you haven't abandoned me. And we'll try again.
Okay.
That's better.
Oh. It's better, and it's a little bit stronger. It's still nowhere near where you're used to it being.
Okay. That one's better.
Much better. Yeah. Choom, choom. And that one doesn't even get out of the window as he just hangs.
Stella's getting her groove back.
He's already got to bargaining in, but this one isn't about Arista. It's fucking Verona.
Okay. Next round for you all. One of these is gonna go out and drag the body out, or not even drag the body out of the window. We're going to do some things for my own mental state. As stuff is going down. Okay, sweet. You guys wait, and there does not seem to be anyone panic running out of the bar this way. It seems like they got the message. Don't go outside.
So they're just sitting in the fiery building?
That you know of, unless you were like actively like looking in and seeing.
Okay. I want to look in. Cloud
Okay.
jaunt to the middle table.
Okay. As you cloud jump to the middle table, the building is on fire. Like it is 2 fireballs deep in here, and it's just absolutely just the worst as far as the condition of this poor wooden structure. It seems like there is one person hiding by a booth over here. Looks very rough. Like half of the body is just like scorched. And he sees you, Cloud John, and he raises his hand, and he's going to shoot to Eldritch Blast at you. Double 18s. Do those hit?
Just barely.
Okay. Or I can so do math. 12 points of force damage to you.
Man, they're even out damaging me, brother.
Okay, so when I make it to the middle table, though, I want to back
Yeah,
up
you're-
my guy's head in.
Okay. He also looks just like... He looks like his legs practically blew off, but he is still alive. I'm not even gonna make you roll for this. Like, you get basically an insta-dunk on this guy. Very similar to Leah, just the head splatters. And it is the only thing that is not cauterized on this person. These as for the rest of this building, you probably see the last of a person is running towards the back of the bar here. And as you kind of survey, you see over by the bar here, the bartender that so graciously gave Artem all of his goat's milk, just draped across the bar, just in a, like, his whole back is just incinerated as he's draped across the bar. You probably see a straggler making their way through the door there.
I'm gonna start moving my darkness around and start to try to catch them on the backside.
Okay. So, yeah, as you move to the back of the building, there is a back entry to this, or at least a side entry to this building, and you move the death dome over there, and they fling open the door, and is just met with darkness, and just, what do we do? Get out of there! And you see one of them shoves another one through, let's see, yeah, one of them shoves the one in a little ways away. Ruby, actually, a little bit down the alleyway, you see a as it seems like a dimension door occurred, and there are two pirates just like hobbling off.
They made a big mistake.
So first we'll go with Artem. You have one that's being shoved your way.
As soon as he gets shoved in, I'm gonna just try to just right in the nose. Nothing fancy. Just he's getting a straight.
Just hold out the hand of your like metal gauntlet. Just
yeah. This dude just walks right into a haymaker. We'll see.
Yeah, for sure. Again, with advantage because of the death dome.
27.
Nice. Yep.
Ooh, rolled low on the damage.
Yep.
That's low for you?
That was a 1. So as he punches, I'm just gonna do one of those little like spinning back elbows.
Yeah, for sure. And he like holds his face. He's like, man, and like he just gets hits with the
for another 9.
Yeah, beautiful. And he collapses to the side in your death dome as well. The last figure just kind of like psychs himself up and just starts like little kid running through darkness, like just like punching the air and like screaming a bit.
Okay.
Just trying to get out of here because
I'll take an attack of opportunity on him.
Okay, beautiful. Yeah, for sure.
I got Sentinel, so he can't move.
He just full on like fists of fury running into this death dome, and just the death dome is never ending for him. He's just stuck in blackness. Go ahead, Artem. Just squish him. It's fine.
Okay, I'll use flurry of blows.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Yep. Okay. And another body lays at your feet amongst the...
Okay, then I when he goes to run out, I just kick his knee, like where it goes in.
It like buckles, yeah.
Oh yeah, real bad, and then just like knee him in the face as he's falling down, and then I'm just gonna with the 17, I'm just gonna grab one of the ones that's out and just kind of pull him into the darkness. I'm not gonna do any damage to him. I just want to pull him into the darkness.
Just scare the shit out of everyone else.
So there was 2 that went through the back door. There were 2 that dimension doored. So there's only 2 that were by you, Artem. So
Okay.
Sorry, I don't know if there's anyone else for you to pull into the darkness.
That's fine. I'll start. I'll let everybody else get their go as I just start kind of looking, with like eyes completely red at this point, just looking for another person.
Go ahead and as you're like looking around furiously, you see, I'm guessing, Ruby jump off the building. Would that be correct in assuming Ruby?
That depends. Are there's still
Okay.
2 people in that alleyway?
Yes.
I'm gonna stay on there and do something else, actually. Then.
Okay, cool. What would you like to do, Ruby?
Shatter. Oh, sorry, that's supposed to be a 3rd level. I need to redo that.
Okay. But the DC is the same.
Yeah, DC's the same, so let's do this
Okay.
damage. Are you fucking kidding me?
Okay, cool. Well, one of them doesn't save.
Cool.
And the other one
That'd be 9
does.
thunder. Our dude gets 4 thunder.
Okay. You, Artem, as you're looking around, you see these 2 figures further down the street from you, like, just get walloped by a magical shattering. Pretty sure that you have seen that spell before come from your loyal companion.
Once or twice.
Yeah. One of them is looking much better than the other one is, but they're both still hobbling.
Okay, so whenever I say that, whenever it's my go, I'm just gonna move the darkness towards them as I start going. Yeah.
Okay. Ball, you are in a burning building. Anything else you would like to do in here?
That one over there by the booth that threw that shit at me. Let's go smash his head.
Okay, cool. At this point, he probably has seen, he goes to like shoot something else at you. And just looks a little defeated and has seen that the Death Dome is gone at that point. But is going to reach out and cast something at you. So go ahead and do a dexterity check for me, just to see who goes first in this little bit. Okay, he's gonna get 1 off on you as you're walking over. He is going to cast. Where did my spell go?
He's gonna cast White Flag.
Yeah.
Brown trousers.
I need an intelligence save from you.
Ooh.
Fuck.
How many luck points you got?
Ball, as you're looking at this figure sitting on the ground, just absolutely charred. It is like someone shattered a mirror in your head and everything kind of splits in your vision for a second. You are going to take... Oh, come on. Just roll. 10 points of psychic damage. And The next, if you have to make a saving throw in the next little bit, you have to subtract a 3 from that. Which we will see. But he gets that off on you before you just do your worst to this kid. So, go ahead and roll for me.
Am I still at advantage on these guys?
Where he is... Where this guy is injured, yeah. Because before you were in the death zone, he's currently sitting, so technically that would be prone.
Yeah, it's a lot better.
There you go. Okay. He is... You slam your hammer against him and he is still standing. And he is going to...
I get 2 attacks per turn.
Yes, please go ahead. Uh, 14 just hits. Okay. That like weird haze at the side, at the edge of your vision from that like visionary shattering that you saw fades as this body just collapses in front of you.
Are there any others inside the bar that are still alive?
Go ahead and make a perception check for me, as this bar is now actively filling with smoke. From just looking around, and as things are on fire, the tables are on fire, and everything. From what you can see, you don't hear any screams, you don't see anyone running around in here. There's a lot of dead bodies that you're walking all over, but it does not seem like any one of them is alive and moving.
Alright, so I use Cloud Shot again to jump into the Cloud of Darkness with Arden.
Okay. The Cloud of Darkness is now in the alleyway because Artem moved it. So you could... The back door leads to a back room, which then leads to an alley. So you would have to go over there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
In that
sweet.
case, I'll
Perfect.
just cross jump
Where
out.
Isaac is still standing. Isaac, was there anything else that you wanted to do amongst all of watching your friends just decimate everybody in here?
No, I mean, he's just kind of on, not like lookout, but like more just making sure if anyone leaves, he's there. He'll like basically get ready like to just cast magic missile if anyone leaves.
Okay, yeah. Pretty much between Ruby and Artem, they're able to catch a lot of the stragglers. You do see that Ruby and Artem both seem to be firing at something further down the alleyway, because of the turns that everyone else took. I will say that you will get a magic missile off on those guys if you were to follow that line of sight and jog and figure out what's going on.
Yeah, he'll do that then.
Okay, sweet.
But that means you have to jog.
Doesn't mean I have to jog. I'm a very awkward jogger.
I don't know why that is the most like canonical thing I can see Isaac doing. Like, he's just never had to run in his life.
Well, he's probably like he's trying making sure like the book doesn't fall and like
Yeah.
I want to imagine, like, he hasn't had to run since he got his jade arm, and now he's just like, oh shit, this is heavy.
Oh,
Like, trying to account for it.
do you just slowly like drift when you run a little bit, like someone who
Yeah,
doesn't
just a
stand
little.
and swimming a little bit?
Just a little.
Go ahead and roll for magic missile because it hits. Because it's magic missile. What another really silly broken spell when it's done at you.
Yeah. So be 13 points of damage.
Okay. The first 5 hits probably the one that's looking the worst, and they collapse into the alleyway, and then the other magic missile hits the other figure, and they also collapse into the alleyway. As a massive pillar of smoke is starting to just fill the sky, and you start to hear throughout the entire rat's nest, probably about at this point, just because this all happened so fast because we were in bullet time, there is a ringing of bells, like ship bells, all that start to ring throughout the entire area, as people start to come out into the alleyway, not really necessarily the first couple people not really focusing on you guys, but actively running towards the smoke. And you see that there are some people that are casting spells to create water, and lots of people are trying to figure out a way to stop this. What would you all like to do?
Are we all kind of grouped up again at this point?
Did we finish off all the guys?
Yeah, yes, because these were the 2 in the Death Dome. This guy was in the hallway. This guy got squished. This guy was the bartender. So yes, as this bar just goes absolutely up in flames, you seem to have whacked all the moles that were possible in here.
Hey, we got 2 options. We try to run away, or, hear me out, we run back around and try to help put out the fire.
We still haven't found the half-orc.
Yeah, we didn't see the half-orc, right?
Correct. Yeah.
I wonder if the half. Well, I wonder if the half-orc's the one that took her to the tower.
As you can say, I'm gonna just start walking towards the tower, not saying where to do,
Okay.
Ruby's just gonna follow behind you.
Same.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's not enough blood here to make a sacrifice worthy of Arista.
As you all walk towards the Hookbone Tower, like before, you see just a variety of sizes of hooks in this fashion of anchors and like what look like could almost push massive whales out of the ocean. You see smaller ones that look more like grappling hooks, and there are bones hanging from some of these, and fresher corpses and empty hooks just hanging from this just abysmal building.
Any people or anything around?
There are people starting to run towards the hollow coin. And so, yes, there are people in the street, and the bells are ringing kind of all throughout, like, this area of town. There are you see some of the red men from before, like just a couple of them start shouting into the streets, go back to your homes, we have enough, just get, and like very much so trying to like get people to go away from the scene. It seems like whatever happened at the hollow coin was a little much, and they're trying to minimize those numbers.
Oh, now it's too much. Hey guys, I just thought of something. They love having bodies on hooks here. I think we know what we need to do to the half-orc.
Well, we gotta find them first. Is there an entrance to this tower?
Yes, there is. Just at the front, there's a wooden door.
I just knock on the door.
Okay.
No
one
answer?
Nope.
I knock on the door with my
Oh, I was trying to sell some Girl Scout cookies.
You're gonna believe it. Someone just ordered a pizza to this location.
Please tell me this is you. This is my third wrong address tonight.
I got tag-alongs. I got.
I ate all the breadsticks. Sorry, that was my bad. I got hungry.
Yeah, Ball, you hit the door with your hammer. There's no answer.
Must be a sturdy door.
I mean, it gives in a little bit, but like you hit it once. But like the rest of this building, it looks like they tried to almost like renovate like an old lighthouse. Like it's that size of a tower. And it looks probably as run down as the chapel was. Like it just and the hooks on the outside of the building look like someone had just like they had started with people just like pounding it like stakes into it just to like hang the bodies from, and then they just slowly progressed up this tower and out. So from like the top is where you have like those beams that are like holding some of the higher bodies, but then like it looks like there was just wooden stakes like shoved just into this building to hold as many hooks here.
Does it look like there's any windows on like upper floors of this tower?
The very, very top.
Guys, I have +9 in acrobatics. You think it's worth it a try?
I mean, it's up to you. I mean, I could also climb up there if you want.
I think, fuck it, let's give it a try.
Okay.
Thanks to being a thief, I have thief tools and can use them now.
Okay. You go, so +9 to acrobatics for you, Ruby, as you're sprinting up this place.
Let's give it a try. He's going to try and parkour his way up.
Beautiful. Go ahead. Yay,
21.
Ruby. I'm just imagining, like, Artem, like, Batman walking, like, up the tower as, like, Ruby is, like, parkouring, like, grabbing every foothold and like reaching out.
Oh yeah, he's doing like flips and shit between.
Yeah, like doing just like the most, and like Artem's just coasting.
Artem's doing the hands in his pocket and just walking up the.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like full. Yeah.
All right. Once we get up to that window, I would like to try and, if it's locked, open it up with these tools. If it's not, I just want to open it.
Okay. The windows up here, several of them are shattered. Like, This is like I said, this is a lighthouse up at top where it's like all windows. So that way you could see like the flame and everything. There's a couple of here that are shattered. So like you could just walk in if you wanted.
I'd like to try and stealth in.
Okay.
So I don't get spotted.
Please do a stealth check.
I'll stealth.
Okay, both of you.
I'm going to use the last 6 of my luck points to make that a 17 because fuck you, dice.
I won't use any luck points.
Are you sure? Are you sure about that, Artem?
I want a dirty 30.
Actually, wait, no, sorry. I have 9 luck points left. Fuck it, I use all 9. I don't care.
Nice, beautiful.
It's a 20.
Okay. You, as the knight, the two of you are, but like again, very, very the same feeling as before. Like Artem, you can like almost see like Ruby like slithering on the floor, like stealthing against the wall, and you're practically just like walking down the stairs almost is the vibe that
yeah
that there's.
With me in the darkness right now and the how like bloodthirsty like he is right now, he's almost like, I'd say Artem's almost like translucent smoke walking around.
Right. Yeah, no, it's you're both doing extremely well.
I think Ruby's more like a predator, like, you know.
Right, like on all fours, like, yeah.
On the walls, yeah.
Oh, That's terrifying. Just like this cat coming down the stairs as like this smoke being is also falling behind. Okay, sweet. That you see a large spiral staircase.
Well, gang, let's go start looking for clues.
Okay. As you guys are like walking down this spiral staircase, like the sections where those beams and like those like metal poles and everything on the outside, like several of them jut into the building and kind of like interrupt the stairs, so you like have to like either like crawl over them or under them in order to keep moving down. What are you wanting to like investigate things? Do you want to do a perception check for me? Depending on what are you looking for, I guess, is the
half-orc?
Yeah, I guess we're looking signs of the half-orc.
Okay. As you guys are crawling in, and Ruby especially, like as your nose is to the ground, go ahead and roll perception checks for both of you, or one of you with advantage.
What's your plus to perception, Matt? It's better than
well, we both rolled bad, so.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
You wanna give me some log points?
You know what? Because I've had them for a while now, I will use all of my luck points and make that a 19.
Okay.
Jesus.
Wouldn't all of your luck points, if it's a +2, to
No,
change
no,
one?
I think Ola means to himself. So 12. Yes, 7
got
plus
it.
12.
Okay. Nice. Okay. Cool. We're there. Mostly me.
You're good.
To get that into a 19, it looks like someone had come up here recently, but you do not see blood on the stairs here. It looks like there has been like a disruption to like the dirt and like the dust in here recently, but no, like the blood that you had seen on the outside of the tower, you do not see it in here.
And no signs of anybody in here?
At the moment, no. And you guys continue to go round and round and round. And you get to the base of this tower, and it looks like there may be was a spot or that was originally like a light keeper's house. So there's an area that there was a little kitchen, and there's an absolutely just decimated broken bed in here, and a broken chair that's just shattered against the stone staircase. But yeah, no one in here.
Ruby's just gonna say to a low growl to Autumn, just, the bastard got away.
Yeah, looks like it.
We'll find him.
Yeah.
One way or another.
What? I mean, if they're doing some kind of tournament kind of thing, if they're still gonna do it, I don't know. We did just a bunch of people just met their end. He might be at that event.
I think we all need to rest for now. We've done enough.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea. And I just walk down and open the door.
Yep. Ball and Isaac, you guys see your friends parkour and moonwalk up this building, disappear for a second, and then probably about 5-10 minutes go by, and the door just opens in front of you.
He's not here. We should go back to the ship. It's unlikely we'll find him at this point.
Yeah, let's head back.
I want you all to get a good distance away before I do what I'm about to do. And everyone's a good distance away. Ruby is going to try and shatter at the midpoint of the tower to try and cause as much damage as possible.
Okay.
Just I'll shatter third level. Somehow, Jesus Christ, worse than before.
How many? Oh, you rested. Never mind. I lied.
Yeah.
I was gonna say stuff happened.
Yeah.
Okay. The as you
Guys, I
as
think
you
we took depression, and it's my rolls. My rolls did the depression.
right. Yeah.
It's the rules.
Yeah.
Again, like, especially because like you kind of started getting your rhythm back at that last shatter, and you were like, oh, maybe like just something about this feels like you don't know if it's because she's like holding back from you, or if she's just not there, or what, but there is something here that doesn't feel entirely like what you're used to from Herona. And with that shatter, like one of the beams falls, and like one of the gnarly big barbed hooks falls, but like the building stays intact.
Ruby's just gonna look to his hand and kind of like to his eye, just go, you and I are going to have a talk. And he will go back to the ship of the others at that point.
Okay. As you all return to the ship, Damon and the rest of the crew, there's very much so an audible feel and like a physical feel as you guys step on the boat, as they all kind of really are just trying to like honor this space for what you guys have seen and been through. And Damon steps up and goes, we're just gonna keep her where she's at. We've tried to clean her up a little bit. We might be able to do something for her, depending on what you guys want to do as far as just how you want to dispose of her. We can keep her here for a minute. We've got spells that we can keep her from decaying, but I don't know how long you want her on the boat.
Yeah, this is gonna be real emotional, and I really wanted to do this at a later date because it's been a lot tonight, but I think we need to not have her remains on the boat. So what I think we should do is we should bury her in the ocean. I think burying her on the land is would be a
little, yeah.
I don't think that would be the way that it should go for her.
Damon goes over and he kind of whistles, and as the crew kind of start to assemble, and he goes, we'll do something real nice. Just give us a moment. And with all of you on the boat, the crew gathers up a couple of things, and they grab a couple of small boats of the kind of dinghies from before, and they start to package Arista on, and you guys see Maris come out from underneath the deck. She has a hood up, and really kind of looks as nervous as she does. And Damon kind of steps up to you all and goes, "Come on, we'll show you what we do. Hopefully it's good, and hopefully she deserves it." And they file you onto the boats. Two of you hop in one boat and two of you hop in the other. Who's with which boat?
I don't think Ruby minds. I think he just wants to get on the first one.
Okay.
I think just for this moment, and I know it's going to be awkward, but I get on a boat with Ball.
Okay. Okay, so Artem and Ball are on one boat, and Ruby and Isaac, you get on the other one. Damon is on your guys' boat of Ruby and Isaac. And Maris is on the boat with Ball and Artem. They start to row out into the sea, and in this bay, and what you guys saw before of Lindwern, especially for this time of night, and it almost looks like the sun is about to come up. You can see the pink on the horizon, just start slowly creeping into the deep midnight above. But the lights around the ships and the city and everything here at Lindwern just looks like almost like fireflies or just candles amongst this water around you. And the two boats are rowing forward and kind of just dragging a boat for Arista, who's been cleaned up. They've repaired and mended her dress. And as you guys start to sail out into the water, Maris starts to sing. It's very quiet at the start. And Damon actually kind of like leans and whispers to you, Ruby, and goes, she only does it for this. So don't ever ask her to sing again.
It's lovely. Could I try something?
He goes, yeah.
Ruby probably at some point would have taken one of Arista's spare instruments from her room.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't decided which one yet, but one of them. And it's going to attempt to try and play along with the singing.
Okay. We have the...
Okay, can you give me one thing? One fucking thing.
So she has the viol, she has her flute, and she has the hurdy-gurdy. Which...
The flute.
Okay.
As funny as it would be to beat people over the head with the hurdy-gurdy.
For sure. Your lips are quivering. They can't even form the mouth shape that you can, and like you just hear.
He'll kind of just put it in his lap and just sigh to himself, just going, I'll get good enough one day for you.
And Maris continues to sing. And it's a very soft little lilt. But she pulls up to Arista's boat before setting it off. And you see her put her hand on a beautiful cloth that they wrapped Arista in. And she puts her hand on the cloth, and you see just this handprint of flame just start to spread across this as Maris pushes the boat, and you start to see the flame catch, and it burns and drifts and matches the light around, and the flickering of all of the sails and the lanterns and the buildings around you just seem to match this burning little boat. In that moment, as Maris starts to sing a little bit louder, from the dock, you can hear a couple of voices start to join in. Not necessarily with the exact words that Maris is singing. She's singing in a language that I don't think any of you know. But from the dock behind you, you start to hear at least 3-4 voices just singing out in a harmony to fill this space. And Maris kind of looks back surprised for a second as she finishes. And as you all look back to the catfish, there's no one else there on the dock. But eventually the boat starts to sink. And you almost looks like the ocean just comes and wraps around Arista's boat and just pulls down.
I'll do better, my friend.
Damon puts an arm to you, Ruby, and then looks up to you, Isaac, and goes, "It's good to know that she had some who cared. That's better than a lot of us have when we're out here."
She gave it to me first. It's only right I return the favor.
Damon just kind of like half hugs you, like the awkward side hug.
Maybe I need to go to sleep now.
After a beat, Damon and Maris both bring the boats back to the catfish. And you all start to make your way to your rooms for the night.
Yeah, Isaac's gonna, before going to bed, he's gonna take out the compass.
Okay. What do you ask the compass?
He's just gonna kind of sit there for a little bit and just kind of try and just like push everything down like as much as possible, just so we can kind of think straight a little bit. And then he's just simply gonna ask, was I a good friend to Arista?
Oh.
The needle on the compass lazily spins and then points south. And that's where we're going to pick up next week.
Corona of fate to be another day. Dang it.
Oh goodness.
Jeez.
Thanks, guys.
Emotional game.
Indeed.
I am very proud of myself. I made it through that without sobbing, so it's fine.
Close to me at some points.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody. It's great playing this with you. We'll see you all next week. Feel free to keep watching. I promise it gets happier.
I'll believe it when I see it.
I was gonna say we have argued a lot up until this point, so we'll find out.
Laugh
if it
through
ever
the
happens.
pain.
But anyhow, thank you guys so much. Have a good one.